Jada Pinkett Smith says Will Smith's Oscar slap left her just as stunned and confused as many viewers were. The actress and author opened up about the infamous moment in an exclusive NBC News interview with Today host Hoda Kotb, set to air on October 13th. Jada recalled how she reacted to Will striking presenter Chris Rock on stage in the middle of the 2022 Academy Awards after the comedian made a joke at Jada's expense, and she explained why she was caught especially off guard.
Now, first of all, Chris looks to me and he says, Jada, I meant no harm. Now, I'm just out of it because I'm really worried about
And what's Will doing? He's just sitting there?
And Will's still talking. He's like, because now he's mad because Chris is talking to me. And I go, Chris, this is about some old shit. That's all I could think to say, right? And I couldn't really take in his apology. I made a promise that there will never be a reason for us to get a divorce. We will work through whatever. And I just haven't been able to break that promise.
What's happening at the Buzz Review? Jada Pinkett Smith reveals she moved out of her and Will Smith's home. So she's revealed that since 2016, her and Will Smith have been separated, but given the appearance of what Will has been doing or has been doing since slapping Chris Rock in the face, remember that? Keep my wife's name out your effing mouth. Turns out that was all for nothing because they weren't even together. So of course it makes sense why she gave him the stink eye. It's absolutely hilarious that they've been separated that long, and Will Smith was playing this keep my wife's name out your mouth like he was doing some kind of gallant gesture, and it was all a sham. Usually these celebrity relationships are always fake as fuck. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I tell my wife all the time, but every time one of these celebrities make a big deal about getting married to someone, it's all for PR, just for looks. They're still sleeping around, getting pics in the DMs, hooking up with randos. There's no point in these people getting married because they don't ever actually stay married. They always get divorced sooner or later. If you keep track of them, I mean, it's obvious you've seen this happen to plenty of celebrities, not just Will Smith and Jada, which is kind of funny that they're still together. I'm guessing Jada's got a lot of dirt on Will Smith, which would make sense for why they haven't actually got a divorce. Jada Pinkett Smith reveals she's moved out of her and Will Smith's home since 2016. On October 14th, after the girls' trip, actress revealed on Tuesday that she and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air alumni has been separated since 2016 and live separately, the New York Times reported. October 14th has a 50th birthday present to herself. Pinkett Smith, now 52, moved out of the Calabasas, California home the former couple shared and bought her own place in the suburban Los Angeles community. Pinkett Smith, who details her personal life and struggles in her new memoir, Worthy, and Will Smith's famously sparked breakup rumors many times over in the past few years. In 2020, on an episode of her family's web series Red Table Talk, the actress famously admitted that once being involved in the entanglement with August Alsina, Smith wrote entanglement. I can't believe he sat there and let her say that. But on the other side, they haven't been together since 2016, so I understand why she was deliberately saying that to him, because to her, they're separated. But to Will, he still has this image of I'm a strong black man and no one's gonna mess my wife. Keep my wife's name out your effing mouth or else. You know? Smith noted on the show that it occurred after he and Pinkett Smith decided that we were going to separate for a period of time. After he pressed her to offer more specific details, she said it was a relationship and I was in a lot of pain and I was very broken. Pinkett Smith and Smith drew controversy over the episode after it was released. The actress, in pursuit of clarity and emotional sobriety, became what she calls an urban nun of sorts. The fuck? Urban nun? What does that even mean? The New York Times reported, adding that she meditates and reads texts like the Bhagavad Gita, the Quran, and the Bible every day, and abstains from sex, alcohol, violent entertainment, and unnecessary spending. She abstains from sex and alcohol. And she reads the Quran and Bible. What in the world is wrong with you? What is wrong with these people? Jeez. These people got some problems, man. Smith and Pinkett Smith married in 1997 and shared 2 children, parents of Jaden Smith, 25, Willow Smith, 22. We wanted to create a family we never had, and we did that. And we enjoy our family, Pinkett Smith told the New York Times, quote, "For us, our marriage is like a cornerstone of that for now, who knows in 10 years. She continued laughing. We've tried everything to get away from each other, and we just don't. What do you mean you've tried everything? You're married. You can't get away from each other if you're married. You have to get an actual divorce. But you can't do that because we know you know something about Will. I mean, if you guys haven't been together since 2016, there's a reason why you guys have not had a divorce." So she sat down and gave a little interview about what's been going on with her and Will. Let's watch.
I'm really shocked because, mind you, I'm not there.
Jada Pinkett Smith says Will Smith's Oscar slap left her just as stunned and confused as many viewers were. The actress and author opened up about the infamous moment in an exclusive NBC News interview with Today host Hoda Kotb, set to air on October 13th. Jada recalled how she reacted to Will striking presenter Chris Rock on stage in the middle of the 2022 Academy Awards after the comedian made a joke at Jada's expense, and she explained why she was caught especially off guard.
Now, first of all, I'm really shocked because, mind you, I'm not there. We haven't called each other husband and wife in a long time.
The mom of 2 previously revealed to Hoda that she and Will had separated in 2016, a fact then unknown to the public.
If they haven't been together in 2016, why is Will happen to go up there and slap people acting like he has to defend her honor? No, he had to defend my honor. And then he goes and slaps Chris Rock after the entanglement. And come to find out that she didn't even give a damn about him. Like, she was like, what are you doing? People are insane.
And how his heated reaction, which included him telling Chris to keep my wife's name out your effing mouth, left her concerned for his well-being.
I'm like, what is going on right
keep
now?
my wife's name
out of your mouth, right? And I'm like, but now I'm really worried for Will because I don't know what's going on.
Jada noted that Chris also apologized to her in the immediate aftermath, but she told Hoda why she wasn't able to receive his words at the time.
Chris looks to me and he says, "Jada, I meant no harm." Now, I'm just out of it because I'm really worried about
And
Will.
what's Will doing? He's just sitting there?
And Will's still talking. He's like, because now he's mad because Chris is talking to me. And I go, "Chris, this is about some old That's all I could think to say, right? And I couldn't really take in his apology.
The latest revelation follows the considerable rumors Will and Jada have faced regarding their marriage over the years. In her upcoming memoir, Worthy, the Red Table Talk co-host discusses their 7-year separation, and she shared with Hoda why they kept the situation to themselves for so long.
I think just not being ready yet. Still trying to figure out between the two of us how to be in partnership, right? And in regards to how do we present that to people, you know? And we hadn't figured that out.
Jada noted how multiple factors led to their marriage fracturing and why, despite living separate lives, she and Will still don't plan to file for divorce.
By the time we got to 2016, we were just exhausted with trying. I think we were both kind of still stuck in our fantasy of what we thought the other person should be. I made a promise that there will never be a reason for us to get a divorce. We will work through whatever. And I just haven't been able to break that promise.
7 years separated, guys. 7 years that these two have not been together. And Will and her played this charade, which actually Jada was the one being the most honest and saying all these things, acting like they aren't together anyway, saying the entanglement thing, and Will sat there acting all offended, like, oh. And he let her do that. He should have been the one to say, you know what, we have not been together on that Red Table Talk thing for 7 years. Instead of letting her berate his butt, making him look like a complete jackass for pretending and going along with this charade. And she continues to beat him down with books, going on camera, talking about him and their relationship, talking about, oh my gosh, I can't believe he went up and slapped Chris Rock. Well, he did that because he was putting up a front saying that that's his wife and no one can talk to his wife like that. And now that what he did was pretty extreme, going up on stage and doing that to Chris, because Chris is a comedian. I mean, he's gonna make jokes, he's gonna poke fun, and all he said was something about her looking like G.I. Jane or something like that, which isn't even that bad at all. This woman is truly insufferable. Almost 2 years later, and Jada Pinkett Smith is all of a sudden distancing herself from any culpability from the Oscars slap. She's shitting all over Will once again by saying they haven't referred to each other as husband and wife for a long time. So when Will said, "Keep my wife's name out your mouth," that's what surprised her the most about the incident. Also, what's alopecia? Where is it? Last but not least, her new book screams narcissist with a mosaic of her photos showcasing her PT Cruiser ass head. What? And the title, don't even get me started, worthy. Get the fuck out of here. This woman ruined Will. She's the worst thing that ever happened to him, and he's far past the point of redemption. True that. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Will slap an autistic man, one half his size, over a woman that banged her son's best friend and announces that every opportunity that Tupac was her soulmate. Damn. Side note, if Terry Crews or 50 Cent were hosting the Oscars, that slap would have never happened. Will knew he could get away with it, and that's why he did it. Yeah, it's true. He would not have slapped 50 Cent or Terry Crews. Not one bit he would have got away with that. She broke Will, and it's sad to see. I find telling that Will initially laughed at Chris's playful joke until Jada gave him the look and put the cables on him, looking like a spud web and shit. Man, hashtag free Will, right? 50 Cent. All right, enough is enough. Free Will. What the fuck is going on? Jada Pinkett Smith reveals she sold a lot of crack as a teenager. What is wrong with these people? These people are crazy. Jada Pinkett Smith reveals she was in a backseat when the bullets started flying. She was heard screaming, "Take Will Smith instead." What? So Will Smith smacked Chris Rock for talking about his wife Jada, he was never really with since 2016, just to make people think they were together, yelling out, "Keep my wife's name out your mouth. My ninja, y'all wasn't even together." Mad Wash, Will Smith responds to his wife publicly humiliating him again by blaming himself and praising her hidden nuances and subtle beauties. What a broken, pathetic shell of a man. Painful to see. The Men in Black star 55 sent the New York Times an email saying the revelations kind of woke him up, adding that Pinkett Smith 52 was more resilient, clever, and compassionate than he'd understood. He sounds crazy. When you've been with someone for more than half your life, a sort of emotional blindness sets in, Smith wrote, according to the Times article published Saturday, and you can all too easily lose your sensitivity to the hidden nuances and subtle beauties. This guy is brainwashed or something. Like, she's really got something on him. For real. Black Millionaires. Jada Pinkett Smith reveals that her and her husband, Will Smith, didn't sign a prenup. Whoa! Instead, they looked each other in the eyes and promised to never get divorced. The couple has been separated for 7 years. Will Smith is reportedly worth $350 million and Jada's $50 million. Damn, bombshell. That's why they're not divorced, because his net worth's gonna go down pretty good once they divorce. Stephen A. Smith begs Jada Pinkett to stop humiliating Will Smith. Every time I see Jada Pinkett Smith talk about Will Smith, I cringe.
You want to mess with some dude that's your son's friend, as trifling as that may seem in people's eyes, that's your damn business. You want to break up with your husband and all of this stuff, that's your business. But this public emasculation needs to stop. Jada, all you're doing is elevating the level of vitriol coming your way, because it don't matter what you say. There's nothing you can say to a man to justify what you have done to Will Smith. Every time I see Jada Pinkett Smith talk about Will Smith, I cringe. We kings. We kings. We ain't here to be treated like that. You're queens and you shouldn't be treated like that either, and I get that. Tell me anywhere, biblically, scripture-wise, in any scripture, where it encourages you to publicize your personal business.
All right, guys, this is crazy. Jada just keeps throwing down her man, Will Smith, even though they've been separated for 7 years. I get it. You guys don't want to get divorced. You didn't sign a prenup, which Willis probably should have done, but he probably wouldn't have been able to marry her. She probably would have been like, nah, no prenup, no prenup, because she wants to steal his money. Now, a lot of these women do this to these rich men. They get with them, they don't sign a prenup, and next thing you know, a couple years later, divorce, and they take half the bag for not doing absolutely nothing but be married to this guys. Now, these women are trifling and scandalous. Now, all this stuff makes total sense with Will Smith slapping Chris Rock and Jada Pinkett Smith just completely dumping on him when she gets the chance or when she gets in front of a camera or writes a book. I mean, marriage to these people, it doesn't mean anything to these people because marriage is just like a shoe they put on and put off. I'm sure they have plenty of DM messages from tons and tons of men and women who want to hook up with them or meet up with them, which makes sense because these celebrity relationships are always for PR. It's never for love. It's always for a short time, a couple years, and then big news, they break up, and then oh, they're back in the public view again, and then they're all heroes somehow. Let me know in the comments what you think. Like, comment, subscribe to Buzz Review. See you on the next one.